Before we begin, I would like to invite our listeners to the Silver Fountain Inn on Saturday, November 6th in Dover, New Hampshire. The event is the third annual Psychic Wellness Fair and Spirit event sponsored by Karen Tatro, Spirit Medium. Come join Nina and I for a day of inspiration and indulgence in this 1800s Victorian bed and breakfast in the heart of New Hampshire's seacoast. I will be doing Akashic readings from 11 to 4, and the event includes a high tea in the inn's dining room. Plus, if you book for the night, you can join Karen Tatro for a spirit investigation of this historic building. For more information and to make your high tea reservation, go to vitalbioenergetics.com and click on workshops. And now for today's podcast.
Welcome to High Vibes with your host Bill G and co-host Nina G. At High Vibes, we're looking into what it means to be a fourth dimensional being in an ever-changing world. We hope that by listening to this podcast, you can feel a greater sense of peace and connection as we collectively raise our energetic vibration to the next level. And now for today's podcast.
Hello and welcome to
High Vibes.
I'm Bill G and I'm here with Nina. And today we're going to do another frequency upgrade. Just before we went live, and we broke out the Akashic dowsing charts, and we took some notes. So this will be a surprise for us, as it is for you listeners out there.
I don't even know what it's about yet.
Okay, so let's do it. So just as a reminder, a frequency upgrade is a form of Akashic dowsing that exists outside of time-space, so that everyone listening to this upgrade will receive its benefits no matter where or when you choose to listen to it. How this works is just before the podcast, I douse a program or condition that High Self decides that our listeners need to hear right now. Nina and I then provide you with our interpretation of what High Self is trying to say to us. And then I lead you through a brief guided meditation where we do the clearing work.
I don't know about you guys, but these are kind of messing me up. Like Bill does a clearing and I'm feeling it for a couple of days afterward. So yeah. I hope you guys are okay. Do your self-care.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of water. And if you notice any changes in your thought patterns or changes in your perception of synchronicities, then absolutely take care of that. Increase your awareness. And if all else fails and you still don't understand what's going on, go onto our website, set up an appointment, and we'll be sure to talk about it and get through you. Okay, so the first thing we went to today were the time temple charts. We went to chart number 3, which is called Prescription for a Better Life. The point of this particular set of charts on the time temple charts is to bring into your conscious awareness certain practices or dharmas that you need to be bringing into your life in order to help you with your frequency upgrade. So just like with the other time temple charts, it begins with a primary, or what is on the surface, and then just below it within the red zone, as we need to draw in what we call the anchoring dharma, and that is what we need to bring into our lives more than the primary. So the primary came up as the etheric plane. The seed sound is Om, and that's pronounced Ah. The dharma is patience. The frequency is every few minutes, and the color is kind of halfway between blue and indigo. And the angstrom here is 4,400. So what is this telling us? The etheric plane is our connection to the physical plane. It's our consciousness attachment to our consciousness vessel, which is our body.
Yeah, in Chinese medicine, when we look at the etheric plane, it's like our immune system. So it's the plane of our body, the energetic plane of our body that's just above, like maybe an inch above the skin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's directly associated with the immune system.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? It's how we step down emotions into our physicality.
So the seed sound of Om with the actually it's ah. This has to do with the crown chakra. This is the activation of your connection to source.
So it looks like we are doing some DNA restructuring today.
Ooh, yes, it does. The Dharma is patience. Now, that's something we could all use a lot of, especially in these very interesting times that we live in. We want change now, but the Dharma is saying, not everything is on you. You need to be patient. You need to trust that things are going to happen as it needs to happen.
Yeah, stuff has to play out a lot of the time in order for us to get the best of what is coming.
Right. And so the frequency being every few minutes, saying that this is something that needs to be practiced all the time. So this is something that you have to constantly remind yourself. Every time you turn on your social media feed, every time you watch TV or you notice the news is on or overhear a conversation talking about how terrible things are or how things need to change now, you need to exercise patience so that way you can just be in your body in that moment and say, okay, everything is in divine order. Whatever is being presented to me right now is a synchronicity, and I need to understand what is it trying to teach me here.
Yeah, and just be very aware of what's coming in, via media, via the people around you, via your own thoughts, because everything that is coming to you, you are actually bringing yourself in order to grow. And these are really good things for you. And the more that you see them, the more you will grow. So that's the important part of this that everyone really needs to be aware of.
And so with the color being indigo, this is a heavily karma-laden thing that we need to be addressing.
Yeah, so, this is a long time coming, what's happening now, right?
Mm-hmm.
With like the ascension process and all of this. It's been coming for a long, long time, and it's very much steeped in our past. So so we have this, when things are in this purple, this indigo color, that means it is tainting our everyday thoughts and it is causing us to loop. So what this seed sound meditation is probably telling us also is that so many of us, especially in what I call the Western spiritual woo movement, is we spend so much of our time concentrating on connecting to source while at the same time neglecting the everyday, the everyday practices that we need to be aware of in order to elevate our spirituality or elevate our consciousness. So if we're constantly not here, we're constantly like in deep meditation, like, okay, I'm going to source, the light, the love, and you are not concentrating on living here on the etheric, you are actually accumulating karma, not releasing it. Yeah, it's really important to stay with your body right now. Meditation is fantastic. I have been an avid meditator for the last 20 years, but it's really important right now to stay with your body and realize what's happening around you and what is coming in and the subsequent thoughts that are coming up, because these are the things that you're starting and have been actually not really starting, but you're releasing. And this is what's really, really important right here at this time. This is going to help you upgrade.
Yeah, and that's the upgrade process. That's the ascension process. Bringing in that conscious awareness, that connection to your high self
right here
in your
in
waking
your
moment.
life,
Mhm.
with all the stuff that's going on, with people who are getting in your face, and the bad feelings and the anger and all that. It's right here. And it meditation is great to center and find your peacefulness, but right here is where the work is.
So what are we really trying to bring in here? The anchoring Dharma here is coming in from the Atmic plane, and the seed sound is Yam. The Dharma is reason, and this is something to be practiced every 6 days or so, as kind of a reminder of who we are and where we're going.
And what's the Atmic plane, Bill?
The Atmic plane has to do with that connection to 5D consciousness, that idea that all time exists within a 4-second interval, and that all possibility exists within that 4-second interval.
So it looks like what you're saying here is exactly what we just said, to bring in that awareness and your own consciousness of what is coming in, being completely aware of it so that you can clear it out, so that you can bring in more of that light and love of 4th and 5th density.
Absolutely. And so the seed sound of Yam is the heart chakra. So what is this saying? This is saying that
clear out your stuff so that you can ascend.
And it's all about love.
And it's all about love. It's never about anything else.
So connect. So first it's saying connect to the realm of endless possibility, knowing that all possibility, all events, all ideas are available for you in every moment. Connect with your heart, not with your head. Connect with your heart and use reason, the Dharma of reason. With that, when you're talking about your heart, and so sometimes you think, I'm going to use reason within my heart. That's kind of a, what do you call it?
Oxymoron.
Oxymoron, yes, because most people don't think with their hearts. They think with their heads, and their hearts are just doing their own thing. So it's important to bring in reason when expanding through the heart center.
And this may also be pointing to all those things that you don't want to tolerate in your life, to start to change them by bringing in more joy and all those things that you love that open your heart, right? And by using reason, you can make these things happen by thinking through, well, how am I going to change this? Maybe in a small way. Maybe you can think of a big way, right? But the small ways usually lead to the big way. And by bringing in that joy, you start to change this life right here that's in front of you that has problems. And then that in turn also opens your heart as well.
And so the frequency of 6 days, what this is saying is this is not something you necessarily need to be practicing every day, but at least once a week, sit down and take stock of what am I pouring my love energy into? Am I pouring my love energy into things that are making me feel bad, or are they trying to create or manifest a reality that I don't want? So at the end of the week, just take stock of everything that you've been feeling, all of the love that you have given, all the love that you've received, and all of the hate that you've given and all the hate that you've received. And just take stock. What is elevating me? What is not elevating me?
And then work to change those things that don't elevate.
So finally, we're going to be moving to the SRT charts. And it just went to one chart here, which is chart 17, fine tuning, and it's abdication of physical responsibility. So what it's saying here is that what we've been saying all along, this is about being here. This is about being here in your body, paying attention to your whom you love, whom you reach out to, how you connect with source, how patient you're being, and everything, because it all comes down to your consciousness vessel, which you are in right now. That's your body. Am I taking good care of it? Am I getting enough water? Am I getting enough of the best food? Am I getting enough sleep? All of those things are so important right now, because we can get easily lost in all of the stuff that's happening right now in the world and completely neglect our physical bodies.
And also, like, what am I allowing outside to control me? Right. And a lot of that can step down to your physical body too. Like, say, there's something in your life that every time you come across it, like you're starting to feel sick, or anxious or depressed. That's something that is controlling or attempting to control your physicality. And that's, something to also take stock of and start to release by changing it.
Before we get into the meditation, you wanted to talk a little bit about our upcoming class, our 3-day intensive.
Yeah, we have a discerning the time temple chart class in January
23rd,
Yeah.
24th, and 25th.
So it's 3 days, and we talk at length about time temple charts. Like right today, we have time temple chart number 3 coming in. And if you are interested in dowsing, or you've been a dowser or an energy worker who does work with pendulums and that type of thing, this may be of interest to you to take this class. And you can learn about what we're talking about here with these time temple charts. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, we've done this class once before, and we had such a great time and such wonderful feedback from the people who took it. So far, we have people signing up for the January event, and we would love it very much if you would join us, or if you know somebody who would be interested in learning how to use the time temple charts, that would be great. What you get for the tuition for the class is you get your own set of professionally printed charts, and they are absolutely gorgeous. They are done by our friends over at Green Screen Graphics. You get a copy of the textbook, which is called Unlocking the Time Temple. And you also get your own pendulum, in case you don't have one. And these are handcrafted by me, so these are very special. So just go to the website and click on workshops, and for you to reserve your spot, and we will send out those charts to you right away so you can play with them before the class begins.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're concentric circles that spin and line up, and you can triangulate places in time space with them. So they're very, very effective for clearing out whatever is blocking you all throughout time space, and actually knowing where it is, not just sitting here going, okay, well, we're not sure, but we're just going to clear it because we don't understand. Here you will understand.
Yes. And also, what I love about the time temple charts is it also provides you with instruction. It gives you a direction for you to explore, because it becomes that synchronicity, that neutral event that you can then push towards to help you elevate your vibration to a higher life.
And when we talk about like bringing things into your consciousness, when you know something, when you can think about it and finally see, oh, here's where the problem is, that is when you can do something about it. So much of our stuff, we walk around and we're really, really unaware of it. So this is a great tool for helping people become really, really aware of where the deal is that's blocking them and keeping them from doing this or that. So just thought we'd bring that up to you guys, because it's a really cool tool.
So let's do the meditation. So if you please close your eyes if you can, and just relax. We're now going to bring into our conscious awareness the need to have patience in our connection with our source, We're going to clear away any accumulated karma. We're going to practice being in our bodies. We are going to bring into our conscious awareness the idea that all of time and space exists within a 4-second interval, and that all possibility exists there. Everything that we could possibly want, everything that we could possibly not want, exists within that realm of endless possibility. And that when we reach out with love in our hearts, and we use our ability to reasonably set our expectation to only bring in those things that elevate us to a higher consciousness. We remind ourselves that we are a consciousness within a body, that we are not a body with a consciousness, that as a consciousness within a physical body, we are co-creators of our reality. And we can shape that reality to whatever we choose. And I choose love. Love for myself. Love for those whom I care for. Love for all of creation, and love for the Creator itself. We bring up the vibration. We bring in our love frequency. We breathe the breath of life into every cell in our physical body. Open your eyes. Take a deep cleansing breath. If you're finding that meditation was challenging, or that things were being brought up that you don't quite understand or you need to talk about, please go to vitalbioenergetics.com/book online and book a session with me, so that way we can read into the Akashic record a little deeper to find out what it is that is troubling you. Thank you very much. And all of you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you for listening. For more information about Bill and Nina G, please go to www.vitalbioenergetics.com. See you next time.